Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. The government employees' retirement system is of great concern to both retired and active government employees. It was already reported that the Virgin Islands central government has not been contributing to the system, and recently the governor dove further into explaining why GERS will have to take the back seat momentarily. Stephanie Brown files this report.
GERS has not been receiving their regular contributions from its plan sponsor, the Virgin Islands government. Recently, a retiree group filed a petition requesting that the governor make contributions. At a recent press conference, the governor informed that the central government's operational costs still remains at a shortfall.
But as you are aware, and the public is aware, we did not expect not to be able to close on the financing issues to close the gap on the fiscal year.
As such, the governor has pulled out another revenue enhancement initiative targeting delinquent taxes owed in the territory.
If they don't pay, they don't file, simply do what the law requires.
At the January State of the Territory address, Governor Mapp informed that he would unveil proposals to prevent the insolvency of GERS. However, bridging the economic gap in the territory has become his priority.
The central government is the plan sponsor, and if it remains in fiscal blight, it can't get to the solutions of the GERS.
GERS was created in 1959 as a pension plan for government employees and their dependents, and is one of the oldest pension plans under the American flag. And Governor Mapp stated that the system may need to be reformed in order to ensure that the government is able to maintain its functions for future government employees.
When a retiree retires, we still keep them on the payroll as far as their health insurance benefits, and give them a share of that benefit equal to an active government employee for their entire life. There's nowhere in this nation that any other employer, private or public, could do that.
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Currently, there are no changes in health benefits between active and retired government workers. However, when a retiree attains the age of 65, Medicare becomes their primary insurance, while government health insurance becomes a secondary insurance. Governor Mapp unveiled at the press conference that he has authorized the Bureau of Internal Revenue and the Department of Justice, as we reported, to take robust action to collect at least 15% of uncollected taxes that have accumulated over the last 10 years by the end of the fiscal year in September.
To this community's well-being, the business community, taxpayers in the community, the financial service sector are saying to the government of the Virgin Islands, before you borrow money to close your fiscal gap, pick up the low-hanging fruit. $430 million owed to the people of the territory is low-hanging fruit, and this administration will exercise all of its efforts by law to make a dent in the collection of these monies.
In other news, the St. Thomas-St. John Board of the Virgin Islands election system is scheduled to meet this evening to conclude counting 75 more special elections absentee ballots. It has been 13 days since the April 8th special elections took place. Absentee ballots, however, are received legally up to 10 days following the elections. At this time, the elections that mathematically Janelle K. Saru has won has not been certified. Following an April 18th meeting, which Saru was in attendance, the board has expressed that the legislature should convene in the certification process. The Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority experienced challenges with two of its generating units, units 15 and 18, on Wednesday. The units, a pair of 20 megawatt generators, had tripped offline on a few occasions, causing service interruptions to feeders across St. Thomas and St. John. Service was fully restored to all affected customers at 9:31 p.m. as the demand for power dropped off. The limited rotating schedule of service interruptions was also suspended at that time. All large commercial customers who had previously switched to their standby power to allow WAPA to better manage its limited generation capacity and stabilize the power plant were returned to the grid by 10:30 p.m. Repairs continued on Unit 18 late Wednesday night. In other news, APA board approved some purchase of smart meters for St. Croix water distribution system. New meters and associated equipment to be funded by the federal grant. The governing board of the WAPA on Wednesday advanced the utilities plan to tap federal grant money to introduce smart potable water meters throughout the territory. The board approved the purchase of 3,000 new ultrasonic Badger meters for the District of St. Croix. The authority will utilize an EPA Drinking Water Act grant to fund the purchase of the meters, estimated at just $380,000. The board says the acquisition of the new water meters also signals the deployment of automated metering infrastructure across the potable water distribution system. Police say a tourist on St. Croix drowned while snorkeling with his children. Here's the report from the VIPD.
On April 19th at approximately 10:49 a.m., the 911 emergency call center received a call in reference to a drowning. Officers and EMT personnel responded and interviewed the family members on the beach area, who stated that a current swept them away while snorkeling. 54-year-old Daniel Reardon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, did not make it back to shore. Citizens in the beach area out on a jet skis, on boat areas, assisted in locating the victim where he was discovered on the east side of the key. Mr. Reardon was transported by ambulance to the Wong F. Louis Hospital, where he was pronounced dead.
In other news, a man who pleaded guilty to assault stemming from a rape was remanded to the Bureau of Corrections Wednesday to begin serving his 2.5-year prison term. Kenrick Smith, 53, of Estate Nazareth, was arrested on January 28, 2015 after a woman told police that he repeatedly raped her. He was charged with first-degree rape, first-degree unlawful sexual contact, and first-degree assault. Under the terms of a plea agreement offered by Attorney General Claude Walker, Smith pleaded guilty to the single charge of third-degree assault, and in exchange, the remaining counts against him will be dismissed. Well, what's in a name? As we shared, Innovative and Choice Wireless have merged together as a new unified company. The new name, VIA, was revealed earlier this week, and an official ribbon-cutting ceremony was held on Wednesday. The ribbon cutting for VIA's new Customer Service Experience Center in Estate Tutu gave community members, officials, and members of the media the chance to experience firsthand the company's voice, wireless, video, data, and enterprise services, along with their new logo and branding aesthetic. VIA CEO said for the last 10 months, the teams have worked diligently to merge two local companies that have been committed to providing telephone, cable TV, wireless, high-speed data, and business solutions to the community for decades into a new cohesive customer-centric organization. Pilar added that along with remodeling the company's headquarters, the VIA team has been working in the background on a new network and employee training that would improve the customer experience, explaining the inspiration behind the new brand, which has a blue and orange color scheme and the company's name with a circle around it, representing a coming together of the two companies. Alvaro said that at least 20 different names were initially in the mix. VIA was the one that tested best because it represented the Virgin Islands, VI, and incorporated the local vernacular, ya. According with a public education campaign, VIA will continue its partnerships with local entities. The company's website, www.via.vi, is now live, and officials urge the public to check it out as more branding, including a new fleet, continue to be rolled out in the coming weeks.
VIA is happiness, VIA is energy. But at the same time, VIA is the feeling, relaxed feeling that when I feel good about something, VIA, okay? So that's how we came up with the name, and I'm very proud that we did focus group, and the final name got chosen by local people. Among them, a lot of employees. We're the only provider that does wireless, data, voice, and cable. And everything is going to change, and everything is going to be a lot more automated. Okay? It's a working process. It's not going to be all done and ready tomorrow. It's a good beginning.
For cannabis connoisseurs, April 20th, or 420, marks an official holiday. 420 is a term coined in the pot smoking community. Its official origins are hazy, but it is widely used as a code between users to signal a time for their plants to go up in smoke. Marijuana remains a contentious topic in America. A recent Yahoo Marist survey says 35 million American adults smoke weed regularly. Medical marijuana is now legal in 8 states, but recreational use is only legal in Colorado, Washington, and Oregon for now. Keeping our eye on the economy, let's take a look at the stock market watch at the New York Stock Exchange. You can see the Dow up 174, NASDAQ 53, S&P 500 up at 17. Coming up on News 2, it's our Carnival Corner as we get some highlights there from Cultural Night, sharing a little bit of our culture through dance and costumes. We'll be right back. Time for our Carnival Corner. It's no entry fee for now. The Carnival Committee has decided not to charge for the entry into the Carnival Village this year. Carnival Committee Chairman Kenneth Blake said the committee decided to drop the plan this year and revisit it in 2018. The plan was to enclose the village for security and generate revenue to cover the cost of bringing in the bands for the performances. Blake said issues with the VI fire service is what caused the plan to be scrapped. If the village were enclosed, the fire service would have to issue a certification of occupancy for no more than 2,500 people. He said to enforce the limit, the fire officials would have had to staff the events and keep count of visitors. And fire officials told Carnival officials there would be a cost associated with those personnel. Be sure to count on 2 to keep you updated. Wednesday was dedicated as Cultural Night at the Lionel Roberts Stadium, celebrating the island's cultural music and dance, Quilbe and Quadrille. Visitors and residents get an insight into the past, present, and future of the Virgin Islands culture. Now, the event featured King and Queen of the band as well, Shaka Zulu, Elsco and Associates, the Philippines cultural dancers, and the Wideya cultural dancers. That's just to name a few. Here's some highlights.
Monique's costume is a collage of fans representing 3 unique and distinct cultures. A majestic West Indian style fan is front and center of this masterpiece, woven with pink and green ribbons. It is
Great highlights there. Now, for those who are hoping to hop on the ferry from St. Croix, just some news for you. The QE4 ferry boat is down and will be until Saturday. Warren Mosler, who's the ferry boat's owner, revealed it in a post on his Facebook page on Wednesday. The ferry boat hit a rock while departing the Green Key Marina on St. Croix on Wednesday and sustained damages to its outdrive, or the portion of the engine that provides power and steering. It's currently awaiting parts, they say. The ferry will undergo a brief sea trial on Saturday once the replacement parts are installed, according to officials. The sole ferry boat between St. Thomas and St. Croix has received positive reviews because of the ferry's cheaper fare, $50 one way. And now that it's carnival season, many hope to see it up and running as soon as possible, and no one was hurt in that collision, according to officials. The Department of Health will be holding a press conference tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. at the Charles Harwood Complex. They are unveiling the new ambulances that have arrived, and they say they are ready to be put in service. A ribbon cutting ceremony will be held. Be sure to count on 2. We'll have the highlights. Caribbean Posh Girl Power Brunch. That is coming up. Caribbean Posh magazine, founded by Jeanette Bryn, highlights Caribbean people doing wonderful things and making a name for themselves. And the second annual brunch is an extension of that. It will be held the weekend of May 12. They are expecting between 100 to 200 women on the fabulous Scrub Island. There are weekend packages, so you can be part of the discussions, day spas, and more. You can log on to CaribbeanPosh.com/Power Brunch or Smith's Ferry for more information. Here's more.
Touching on some of the speakers that will be there, Yvette Knowles-Schur from Grenada. She is an amazing woman. She's Beyonce's publicist. You know, she headed up PR at Columbia Records, and she resigned from there to start her own PR firm, and her first client, and still her current client, Beyonce. So I just respect her so much, because Caribbean women can do big things. So you just got to keep pushing, and we have to come together and just support each other and encourage each other and practice proper networking so that we could find our way. So I definitely encouraging young ladies who are about that mindset. You trying to figure out where you want to be. Let's come together and network, be enriched, be encouraged, and be empowered. Some of the other ladies that will be there, Angela Hunt, you might be familiar with her from Trinidad. She sings that song with Marshall Montano. Amazing woman as well. A lot of people don't know she's a Grammy Award-winning songwriter. Who else we have? Trisha Campbell from Jamaica. She's a plus-size supermodel. She does a lot of body double work with Oprah at O Magazine. So amazing lady. We have Micah Hilaire McGriff. You might remember her. She Antiguan descent, but she spent a lot of time in St. Thomas. Her father was Stafford Hilaire, so he was an attorney here. He's since passed, but she's gone on to be a successful attorney in LA, winning a number of big high-profile cases, and she's coming to share some knowledge specifically in the area of negotiating, how we negotiate our way in the business world. So these are just the things that inspire me and encourage me to do it. You know, just reminding us that we are beautiful people from a beautiful place, the Caribbean, and we are talented, and all we need is each other to make sure that we're, you know, on the right path.
Great job, Jeanette. Looking forward to that, making a difference in the VI. Well, are you this week's VI lottery winner? 1 in 8 people who play the VI lottery are winners. Every ticket has a chance to win a part of the $300,000 prize money, including the top prize of $175,000. With that in mind, here are the winning numbers.
The VI Lottery presents draw results of today's drawing on NEWS2. Here are the top prizes.
Here we go for 5th prize for $20,000. The number is 22173. That's 22173. 4th prize for $30,000. 22743. That's 22743. 3rd prize for $40,000. 10144. That's 10144. 2nd prize for $65,000. 30761. That's 30761. Now for the grand prize of $175,000, winning ticket number is 29409. That's 29409. The next drawing is on May 4th. Be sure to pick up a sheet, and good luck as you check those tickets. Well, here are some more fun things to add to your calendar. Emmett has the lineup.
Ready. It's another episode. Then be out on the road. This is what we love to celebrate, to celebrate.
What happened, Edgy? Music in your soul. Cheese and bread. Well, no time to waste.
So this past weekend, in addition to VG Festival 2017, the West Bay Supermarket opened its doors. The first new supermarket to be built in St. Thomas in over 20-something plus years. So everyone is invited to come. They're going to have great products, great meats, great prices, but best of all, great service. McDonald's has a treat for the entire family. They're presenting Brainy from the Smurfs. 4 p.m. Villa Lorraine, St. Croix, and Saturday, 4 p.m. Lacquer Garden, St. Thomas. Now for the big fete time. Friday is going to be the grand opening of the Carnival Village in St. Thomas. You want to come. Opening night, you got Crossfire. Saturday night, you got Poison Band.
Great lineup there. Let's see what the weather's going to be like for that. Stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.
We have a pretty nice weekend ahead of us. We have a light trade wind flow from the east, which is keeping things pretty pleasant. A few showers, though, in the forecast. Looking at the radar, well, we can see some moisture over some of the islands, a little bit of precipitation over Puerto Rico, and just a trace over some islands in the area. Partly cloudy tonight, 73 degrees for our overnight low. Taking a look at our forecast for tomorrow, well, St. John, 83 degrees with sunshine, maybe a brief shower. Just a beautiful day, though. Looking at St. Thomas, though, some sun and a shower, 83, and same story for St. Croix, 84 degrees with sun and a shower. If you're out on the boats today or out in the water, I'm sure you notice a difference. The waves are much calmer. Those rip currents are not quite as dangerous. So if you're on those beaches facing the north, I'm sure it's more enjoyable swimming out there today than it was yesterday. We do still have a small craft advisory, use caution, but those winds are going to be dying down, and this is going to go away over the weekend. Waves 2 to 4 feet, winds out of the east 10 to 15 knots. The Caribbean side, waves are at 2 to 4 feet, winds out of the east 10 to 15 knots. No advisories for you. Looking at the 5-day forecast, well, Saturday a shower in places, but pretty much a nice day, 83 degrees. On Sunday, same story, a shower in spots, but a nice day. On Monday, we will have spotty showers, so those showers will become a bit more frequent, but temperatures remain warm at 84 degrees. Same story for Tuesday, spotty showers, so it's going to be a bit wet, but still pretty nice outside, and temperatures remain warm. Back to you, Sandy.
Thanks for that. Let's look at our News 2 weather picture there by Hector Pimentel, second grader, sending this beautiful typical VI weather with some sunshine and overall nice sunny skies. Hector, thank you for that. Send us your News 2 weather picture to the address on the screen and tune in to see it right here on News 2. That is all for now. We'll leave you with some more music from last night's cultural night at the Lionel Roberts Stadium. I'm Sandra Guman saying have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time.
I light it up with kerosene, go for dog, vitamin cell, economy, good for dog, vitamin cell, Mr. Elvis, just hold them and walk them, just hold them and walk them, just hold them and